know about that intro, sports fans. If that can't get you revved up for Monday baseball, nothing can. My friends, welcome to Full Count, Sports Memo's MLB betting coverage show. We come to you live every weekday, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. My friends, we're going to be covering baseball, some of the best handicappers, analysts, columnists, and sports bettors on the planet. We're going to be giving out free picks on several games for today's card, and plenty of time for you to get down on those free picks. I'm your host, world champion handicapper in Vegas' biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. Joining me today, giving out today's free winners, 2 leaderboard fixtures over at Sports Memo, the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico, and the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me start with Dionne. Dionne, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good since I saw you about 19 seconds before the show, but everything is good. Always a fun show. You know, I get to work with my soulmate, the love of my life, but I also get to work with a D'Amico who's always on the leaderboards, even when I'm not. So it's always a pleasure. I also get to work with one of my best friends in the world, let alone this business, and one of the most respected guys in the industry, Rocky Atkinson. Good afternoon. Happy Monday, Rocky. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, Joe. Hope y'all are too.
Well, it was a rough weekend for Joe D in a lot of ways. I got to tell you, my hair got shaved up. No, I'm kidding, guys. We had a lot of rough stuff, but you know what? We'll get into all that later. We got a couple of announcements, sports fans, before we get into today's roundtable games and best bet segment. First of all, guys, you know what today is? Today's Monday, and over at Sports Memo, that means only one thing, $9 Mondays. After this show, go over to Sports Memo. Guys, I'm going to tell you, for $9, your favorite capper or cappers probably have a big winner for you to start off your week. Guys, the customer appreciation is unrivaled. And you know what tomorrow is? You know, it used to be Tuesdays were just for tacos, but Sports Memo's changed all that. $2 Tuesday at Sports Memo. You got 3 hosts of the Sports Memo TV channel. You got Joe D'Amico. You got Dionne D'Amico. You got Jeff Michaels, JM Sports. 3 cappers, $2 a piece, or all 3 for $5. You can't get a Boulder Highway strip. I'm sorry, lap dance over on the Boulder Highway strip club. It always kills me, guys. You got to pass by those strip clubs on Boulder Highway. You'll know what I'm talking about. But, guys, $2 Tuesday. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you now. Dionne, Joe D'Amico, Jeff Michaels, JM Sports, each one of us $2, all 3 of us are $5. Couple other quickies, and who doesn't like an afternoon quickie before we get into the free shows, the free games today? Let me just go over why you need to hit the subscribe button now. First of all, we need your help. We want to hit 10,000 viewers on the Sports Memo YouTube channel. We can't do it without your help, but because we have such great content, you'll get an alert every time one of our shows come on. Let me tell you a little bit about the video content at Sports Memo TV. First of all, we have the MLB show Monday through Friday. We have Sports Memo Today show Tuesday and Thursday. We have Thursdays and Fridays the college and pro football forecast shows. Friday morning, the family affairs show. And as you all know, the cornerstone, I feel old now, guys. The Sports on Sports Memo TV, the first family of Las Vegas show, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. All shows that I'm hosting are going to be done live because I don't know what Chris was thinking. He's our producer. Guys, I got to tell you, that boy needs medication. Either he needs to take more or less medication because I love him. He's letting Joe D go live. You never know what's going to happen when I'm going live. You know my motto. Better to ask for forgiveness than beg for permission. And thanks to Chris, we go live. Every show I'm doing is going to be live. You know, really, guys, all the shows I'm hosting, like I said, are live. So hit that subscribe button. Don't miss a single moment of our extraordinary content shared on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Tons of free winners, some great betting insights, and a few laughs as well. So, guys, without any further ado, we got Monday winners. I got Chris laughing in the back room. My God, I don't know what he's laughing at. He does it all the time to me. Guys, we have 3 roundtable games. They're really good matchups tonight. The first roundtable game, 2 American League teams. One is eliminated from the postseason while the other is trying to widen their cushion in the Central as Central's top team. We're talking about the Angels and the Guardians. Currently, Cleveland 120. 8 under 20 is the total. Let's go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico. Dionne, Angels, Guardians, it's all you.
Well, both teams come in here splitting out their last 10 games, but the Angels swept the Guardians in a 4-game series at the end of August. Since then, Los Angeles hit a slump, while Cleveland could be on their way to the playoffs. In my opinion, this game could go either way, so I took a look at the total in this one. Reed Detmers, 5-5 with the 3.67 ERA, and Connor Pilkington, 1-2 with the 3.99 ERA, are on the mound today. Neither pitcher has thrown a whole lot as of late. Detmers, He hasn't pitched in 10 days, while Pilkington has thrown for only 2 innings since late July. In the last 6 meetings between these two teams, the total has gone under in 5 of the last 6. And when playing in Cleveland, the under has hit 4 of the last 5. It is also 3-0-1 in Los Angeles's last 4 road games versus a left-handed starter, and 5-0 in the Guardians' last 5 versus a left-handed starter. So I expect a low-scoring game here, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the under.
Dionne D'Amico, the first lady of Las Vegas, says Angels Guardians under that 8. Guys, you know, she's a winner over at SportsMemo. After the show, take advantage.
Oh. We lost you, Joey. We lost him.
Let me bring everybody back on. Guys, it brings charm to the show. Obviously,
we lost you for a minute.
You know what? Yeah, you lost. You'll never lose me, baby, okay? Even if I die, I'm coming back and stalking you. Guys, Chris is laughing again. Guys, unfortunately, here in Las Vegas, even though the sun's starting to come out, we still have some wins. Sorry about some technical difficulties, but you know what? They can't get rid of Joe D that easy, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep coming back no matter what. So let's go over. Dionne D'Amico said under. She's a leaderboard fixture over at SportsMemo. Guys, after the show, go follow her. And even more importantly, tomorrow, $2 Tuesday, she's a featured capper. Guys, for a $2 investment. Oh, my goodness. You'll get an immediate return. Follow the First Lady. Let's go over to Rocky Atkinson. He's known as the Southern Assassin. He's wanted down south for killing bookmakers by the droves. I'll tell you right now, Rocky, Angels, Guardians, Cleveland 120. 8 under 120. It's all you.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I'm looking at the Angels in this game. Actually, I'm looking at playing the underdog here. They come in 61-79 overall, and Cleveland comes in with a 73-65 overall record this season. Reed Detmer is going to start for the Angels. He's 5-5 with a 3.67 ERA overall this year. He's 3-2 with a 3.80 ERA on the road this season. Connor Pilkington is 1-2 with a 4.69 ERA in all starts, and he's 1-2 with a 4.94 ERA at home this season. Angels are 5-1 the last 6 games after a loss. They're 4-1 the last 5 road games. Cleveland's 0-4 the last 4 games against American League West. They're 0-5 the last 5 home games. And the Angels are 4-0 overall versus Cleveland this year. So I'm going to recommend a small play on the Angels in this one.
Rocky Atkinson, my friends, the Southern Assassin all over the SportsMemo leaderboard, says a small play on the Angels. And I'm not going to start singing Angel by Aerosmith, but you know what I mean. Rocky's a winner over at SportsMemo. It's $9 Monday. And look at that, Jesse Schultz chiming in. Jesse, the Iceman cometh. The Iceman cometh today. We got to love Jesse Schultz, guys. I think he had a monster weekend. I think he went undefeated over the weekend in college and pro football. We love Jesse. He always gives us his support. And that's why we love the cappers at SportsMemo. You know, there is a bit of a competition between us, but this is a family. Just like any family, we want to see everybody else do well. Thank you for tuning in, Jesse. Rocky Atkinson, small play on the Angels. You got to love Rocky. You know, guys, today is Monday, and we're excited for the full count show, but we're also excited because the customer appreciation at SportsMemo, $9 Mondays. I bet you Rocky's got a winner up. And it's probably just $9 over at SportsMemo. If he doesn't, you know what? Doesn't matter how much it costs because he's a winner. Follow him all the way to the bank. I'm revved up. I'm happy right now. Chris, our producer, is backstage, still not wearing pants. Chris, we got to do something with that. I love you. Guys, our second roundtable game is a huge American League East matchup. And as you know, every matchup in the American League is significant right now. You know, it is crazy how this division, so many teams are going to be making the playoffs. And I got to tell you, every win is significant. Huge AL East matchup, series implication. The Rays have taken 4 of the last 5. Let's talk Rays at Blue Jays. Toronto, 150. 8.5 over -120. We're going to switch it up a little bit now. Let's go to the Southern Assassin first on this round. Rocky, you tell me your take. Rays, Blue Jays, it's all you.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, Tampa Bay 78-60 this year. Toronto 78-61. So Tampa Bay sits a half a game ahead of Toronto going into tonight. If the season ended today, both of these teams would make the playoffs as wild card teams. Cooper Criswell will be making his first start of the season here tonight. In the minors this year, he was 1-1 with a 3.77 ERA in 14 games pitched. He had 46 strikeouts and 9 walks, and he allowed opponents a combined 224 batting average. Jose Barrios, 10-5 with a 5.23 ERA overall this year. And he's 1-3 with a 5.45 ERA and 6 career starts against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's 120-71 the last 3 years against division opponents. Tampa Bay's 10-2 the last 12 games against a starter with a whip higher than 1.30. Tampa Bay's 4-1 the last 5 meetings overall in this series. I'm going to recommend a small play on Tampa Bay in this one.
Sports fans, Rocky Atkinson says a small play on Tampa Bay. And guys, his breakdowns are amazing. You know, we set the bar. He sets the bar each week, and every week he passes it. We love that about Rocky. But once again, Rocky, we got to keep this PG. You got to stop talking about getting whipped. We would appreciate that. We love you. Guys, Rocky says Tampa Bay. You know what? The first round was very interesting. They had different angles on that roundtable game. Let's see if the first lady of Las Vegas agrees with Rocky, disagrees. Let's see if she goes. Maybe a total. I don't know what she's going to do. Dionne D'Amico, Rays at Blue Jays, Toronto, 158.5 over 20. It's all you, babe.
This game here is going to be the second 5-game series in Toronto between these two teams this season. After winning the season opener to New York, Tampa Bay dropped the next 2. They currently are tied with the Mariners for the top spot in the American League wildcard race, just a half game over the Blue Jays. While Toronto took 2 of 3 against Texas, they now have a 5.5 game lead over Baltimore for the wildcard spot. Criswell has not made a major league appearance this season, but in 14 appearances, including 9 starts with 3 minor league teams, the right-hander is 1-1 with a 3.77. Barrios, he is 10-5 with a 5.23 ERA. Although he does not sport a good record against Tampa Bay, the righty had a solid outing his last appearance against the Orioles, where he gave up only 2 earned runs in 6 innings. And when at home, he is fantastic, sporting a 6-1 record. The Blue Jays, they're 4-0 in their last 4 during Game 1 of a series, 6-1 in their last 7 versus the AL East, and 8-2 in their last 10 overall. So I'm going to go ahead and take Toronto in this one.
The first lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico, contradicts what Rocky said in his take on this game. I love that about this. She says Toronto. You know, guys, the collection of cappers over at SportsMemo are unrivaled. We don't have cookie cutouts of one another. You're going to get different angles, different looks, and different ways to cap these games. And I love the fact that in this second round game that Rocky and Dionne have different takes. I know one of them is tailor-made just for you. Follow Dionne, follow Rocky. You're going to follow them both to the bank. By the way, I just want our producer, Chris, to know, Jesse Schul just texted me. He says no, he may not know if you're wearing pants, but he definitely is pantsless right now. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate you chiming in. Chris is just shaking his head. I love Chris, guys. Guys, don't go anywhere. 2 roundtable games down. 1 to go, a best bet segment, lots of fun stuff. We got $9 Monday, tomorrow's $2 Tuesday. We got some great customer appreciation discounts at SportsMemo. Don't go anywhere. Got a lot more excitement to go. Our third roundtable game. Guys, big NL showdown between a Braves team looking to take down the Mets in the East and the Giants team eliminated from a wild card spot. You know, there's 2 ways of looking at some of these teams that get eliminated. 1, they're out, they have nothing to play for. And 2, they're looking to upset a few teams they don't like, you know, and both, there are arguments for both. And that's why I'm looking forward to hearing what both Dionne and Rocky have to say about this game. So let's go to a third roundtable game. Braves at Giants, Atlanta, 180, 7 under 80. I think the total moved a little bit since this morning. Let's go to the prettiest person on this panel. And that ain't easy because Rocky and I are good-looking sons and guns. Let's go to the first lady of Las Vegas. Dionne, Braves at Giants, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, the Giants come into this matchup winning their last 2 games against the Cubs, snapping their 5-game losing streak. However, Atlanta is still looking to take the NL East and has a good chance of doing so. Just 1.5 games back of New York. Spencer Stride and Alex Cobb are scheduled to start today. Strider, he's 10-4 with a 2.69 ERA. He has faced the Giants just once in his career where he got bombed, but the right-hander was outstanding in his last outing, striking out 9 in 6 innings in a 7-3 win Wednesday against Oakland. And the team has won all 5 of his last 5 starts. Cobb, he's 5-6 with a 3.68 ERA. In his last start, he gave up 3 runs on 7 hits and 4 1/3 innings, where the Giants took a 7-3 loss to the Dodgers. And the team, they have lost 3 of his last 4 starts. When these 2 teams met at the end of June, Atlanta took 3 of the 4 from San Francisco in that series. And going back a little further, The Braves have taken 4 of the last 5 meetings against the Giants and 7 of the last 10 meetings in Oracle Park. The price is a little high for me, but I would still put a small lean on Atlanta on the run line here.
All right, price is a little high for the First Lady of Las Vegas. She says put a small lean on Atlanta run line. Interesting stuff. Atlanta played consistent ball all season long. It's funny stuff about this team. It's just that their only crime is the Mets have been playing extremely good ball the entire season as well. But it's interesting to see these races, really, the last 20-some-odd games, I believe, left, if I'm not mistaken, Rocky and Dionne, give or take. It's interesting. This is a time when certain teams need to widen their cushions. Certain teams need to make the wild card spots. And this is a time where cream rises to the top. Obviously, this is a difference between going to the postseason and playing golf in October. So interesting stuff. Great breakdown, Dionne. Small lean Atlanta run line. Thank you for that. Let's go to Rocky Atkinson. Rocky, Braves, Giants. This is really an interesting matchup. Like I said earlier, prefacing this roundtable game, one team, they want that NL East. They want to catch Mets. The other team, are they just going to throw in the towel, or are they possibly looking to play spoiler for a few teams and say, that up yours type of stuff? It's always an interesting take at this time of the year. So let's go to Rocky Atkinson. Braves, Giants, Atlanta, 187 under the 7 under. It's all you, Rocky. Take it away.
Yeah, I love the take you got there, Joe, as far as teams, fighting for a playoff spot, and teams is totally out of it. What are they going to do? And in this case here, in this game, I don't think San Francisco is going to show up tonight. You have Spencer Strider. He's 9-3 with a 2.99 ERA in all starts this year. He's 3-0 with a 1.35 ERA his last 3 starts. Alex Cobb, 5-6 with a 3.90 ERA overall this year. Atlanta scoring 5.7 runs per game the last 7 games overall, while allowing only 4.1 runs per game and allowing opposing teams a poor combined 186 batting average during that time. Atlanta's 54-17 the last 3 years, 27-3 this year when playing against a team with a losing record in the second half of the season. Atlanta's 44-7 the last 51 games against teams with a losing record. Okay. Atlanta 43-12 last 55 road games against teams with a losing record, and they're 43-17 the last 60 games after a loss. And they made a huge comeback last night, took the lead against Seattle, and then blew it in the bottom of the inning there to lose. San Francisco, on the other hand, they're scoring only 2.9 runs per game the last 7 games overall, where they have a team batting average of only 197. They're 14-38 their last 52 games against a starter with a whip below 1.15. San Fran's 4-12 the last 16 games against right-handed starters, and they're 1-10 their last 11 games against teams with a higher than 600 winning percentage. Atlanta has won 4 of the past 5 meetings overall in this series. I agree with Dionne here. Minus 180 is a little bit high for me personally to lay on the money line. So I'm going to take Atlanta on the run line in this one.
Sports fans, Rocky Atkinson, Atlanta run line, good stuff. Guys, both Dionne and Rocky are perennial leaderboard fixtures in multiple sports on Rich Sports Memo. Ideal time. It's $9 Monday. Tomorrow's $2 Tuesday. You got the best customer appreciation discounts anywhere on the planet in this business at Sports Memo. After the show, make sure you follow Dionne and Rocky. They're winners. And by the way, Chris is in the back room. Chris, I just remembered that you told me to specifically answer people in the chat in those specific rooms, and I just started. Sorry about that, Chris. A lot to handle for Joe D. I'm easy on the eyes and I'm charming, but I'm not very bright, so it takes me more than once to learn something. Guys, don't go anywhere. I love that. Eric Pauly just chimed in. Look at Eric Pauly. Hey, Eric, guys. Eric Pauly, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the great documented cappers over at SportsMemo. If I'm not mistaken, pretty sure he totally just devoured the bookmakers yesterday in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, once again, 7. I think he went 7-0 yesterday alone. Great stuff, Eric Pauly. Another great capper over at SportsMemo. He's chiming in. What does it tell you when Jesse Schul, Eric Pauly, documented cappers are chiming in? They want to know what Rocky, Dionne, and Joe D are doing. And I will tell you this, this is very funny. I see how many viewers we have. Not everybody can. And as soon as we started talking about not wearing pants and getting whipped, because that's what Rocky likes, the viewers just flew up. They tripled. And thanks a lot, guys. I'm going to propose to our producer, Chris, that we start doing shows pantsless all the time. This way our viewership goes up. Chris is going to kill me, guys. I love you. Eric Pauly did go 7-0 yesterday. Way to go, Eric. Guys, don't go anywhere. We have our best bet segment. It's the most exciting portion of the show. You know what? Let's switch up the rotation again. Let's start the best bet segment with Rocky Atkinson. Now, guys, Rocky every year, as you know, last year 70% in NFL. This year he wants to get that white whale again, go above 70. He's a monster in every sport he contributes to, and he contributes to quite a few sports, even NASCAR. And it amazes me, his mind in NASCAR. I know he's got the Southern drawl. I want you to know, though, don't kid yourself. He knows football, baseball, basketball. He knows NASCAR. He knows it all. I love it. You know, sometimes you hear about some guys. We have Pavlos over here at SportsMemo, knows soccer. He's Greek. Guys, I'm telling you, we got somebody tailor-made for everyone. Rocky's going to tell you what he's excited about on the premium side. Then he's going to give you a best bet. Let's go, the man who's going to whip them bookmakers tonight, Rocky Atkinson.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, here on Monday, I'm taking a pass. I didn't like anything. It's kind of a small card, and I think, like we discussed earlier, there's a lot of high favorites, and my cutoff is minus 150, so I didn't like anything baseball. Didn't like the NFL game tonight. I am off 2-0 sweep yesterday. I had another top play winner in the NFL in Baltimore, had a top play baseball winner on the Phillies on the run line. I also cashed a top play in the NFL on Buffalo on Thursday night. So I started off the regular season 2-0 this year after that 70% mark last year. But I did go 0-2 in college football. Always transparent, always tell it like it is. I had Michigan minus 51. I don't think I've ever laid 51 points in my life. I thought they would cover the number. They didn't quite get there. And I also had Fresno State, who lost with no time left on the clock. And just a tough loss there for me. But overall, winning week. And I haven't lost a NASCAR play in over a month. So looking forward to another huge winning week this week. This is my favorite play for Monday. It's my best bet for the show here today. I'm going to look at Houston playing Detroit. And I like the Astros here on the run line. Framber Valdez, he's going to get to start for Houston, 14-5 with a 2.64 ERA overall. He's 9-2 with a 2.24 ERA on the road, and he's 2-1 with a 2.08 ERA his last three starts. Eduardo Rodriguez is 3-4 with a 4.13 ERA overall. He's 2-3 with a 6.63 ERA in 8 career starts versus Houston. Houston's allowing only 3 runs per game with a 204 batting average last 7 games overall. Houston's 7-1 their last 8 road games against left-handed starters. Houston's 41-14 their last 55 games against lefties. Detroit 1-5 the last 6 home games, and Detroit's 1-4 the last 5 games after a road trip of 7 or more days. And throw in the fact Detroit is 47-102 their last 149 games against the American League West Division. Houston 8-2 the last 10 meetings in Detroit, and they're 4-0 the last 4 meetings overall in this series. I'm going to recommend a play on Houston on the run line here in this one.
Sports fans, Rocky Atkinson says he recommends a play in Houston on the run line as his best bet play. He is a winner. Follow him after this show. He says he's passing tonight, but he also told you he had a good day in one sport, had a bad day in another over the weekend. I want you to know the integrity you get from the cappers over at SportsMemo. It's not matched anywhere else on any brand in this business. You know why? Because we got the best cappers on the planet. We win so much more than we lose. But Johnny D and the great crew in Detroit put together a bunch of cappers that they knew had integrity to begin with. They happen to be the best cappers on the planet, so we win a lot more. And I will tell you this: I know the guy like Rocky had one good day, one bad day. He's not going to rest on the good day and the bad day. He's going to make sure he gets everybody paid next weekend. So follow him. You're going to follow him all the way to the bankers, guys. He is one of the most bankable guys in history in this business. I love Rocky. You love Rocky. And to answer some of your questions, no. Once again, we are not identical twins. I know we hear it a lot, but we're not identical twins. Let's go to the first lady of Las Vegas, guys. I got to tell you, she's beating me in college football again. It's pissing me off. She finished number 2 in college football last year. I'm taking number 1. I don't mind if he's 2, but I'm taking number 1 this year. I had a bad weekend this weekend. I'll tell you about that in a minute when it's my best bet turn. But Dionne D'Amico had another good day on Saturday. She's going to tell you what she did the whole weekend. She's going to tell you what she's doing on the premium side, and she's going to tell you why you need to follow her tomorrow on $2 Tuesday. Then she's got a best bet for you. Dionne, it's all you, babe.
Thank you. I did finish number 4 capper at SportsMemo and NCAA football at 71%, going 5-2-1. I did have a bad day, though, yesterday in NFL going 0-2, but I'm still hitting 67% of my NFL releases. Today's NFL card, I really didn't like the line of 7, so I am staying away from that game. And as far as the baseball card goes today, I completely agree with Rocky. To me, it's too high of prices for me. I like to stay like Rocky around $1.40. So I did pass on all of my premium plays today, but don't worry because I will be back tomorrow for $2 Tuesday. So make sure you head on over to SportsMemo and get my $2 winner, or you can get all 3, mine, Joey's, and JM Sports for just the low price of $5. But for my best bet today, I'm going to go with one of the games we talked about in the roundtable segment. I know Tampa Bay has had their way recently, taking 4 of the last 5 against Toronto, but they come off 2 losses in a row in which their pitching staff allowed 20 runs. And today, they're sending on the mound someone that's never made a major league start. A few things I did not touch on in the roundtable segment. Tampa Bay is just 31-36 on the road this season. On the other hand, Toronto is 38-29 at Rogers Center in 2022. The Blue Jays are also 7-2 in the last 9 versus teams with a winning record, and 16-5 the last 21 versus right-handed starters. So look for Toronto to bring a little more drama to the AL wildcard race. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays here tonight.
The First Lady of Las Vegas is saying she's taking the Blue Jays tonight. Great stuff from Dionne. You know, your breakdowns, your analysis are just spot on. I can't believe how good you are with your analysis. It shocks me. It really does. Only because I know you can't bake a meatloaf. But no, I'm just kidding, guys. We live together, guys. I could say stuff like that.
But Dionne, I can make a mean breakfast.
Absolutely. I love you. And you can, but even if you couldn't, I still think you're the best. And guys, she is one of the best out there on the leaderboards. All over multiple sport leaderboards. Go follow her. You know, she tells you she's going to pass tonight. She's not here to give you action. She's here to give you winners. I love that about the cappers at SportsMemo. They're not afraid to pass. We're not just going to give you something we are half-assed about. We're not going to gamble with your money. Hey, we don't win every game, but at least we give you what we feel are high percentage releases when we do put something out on the premium side. We're not just here to give you frigging games so we sell picks. We want you to stay long-term with us. That's why our people that stay with us for life. This is like the mob, guys. Once you're in, you ain't leaving. We ain't going to let you leave because we're going to treat you like family, just like the mob does. Now, guys, I want to talk about my best bet stuff today. Now, very, very quickly, I want to go into something. I had the worst weekend I've ever had in football ever, and I want to be very honest about this. I went back to my records, and I keep records on everything. The 3rd week of October 2016, the last time I had a weekend this bad. Now, I'm going to tell you, from preseason football, NFL, through the Super Bowl, I was number 1 that year. From the last week of August to the national championship, I was number 1 that year. I was number 1 the entire year. I had 1 losing weekend the entire weekend that year. It was the 3rd weekend of October, and I got to tell you, I did what we technically call in the business, I pooped the bed. It was horrible. I went on my radio show on CBS. I said, I will not lose a game this upcoming week. And guess what? I went 11-0 between the Thursday and the Monday. Did not lose a game, and I will not lose a game this week. I'm going to do whatever I can to redeem myself. I want to have full integrity, full transparency, and tell you, I pooped the bed. I said something on the First Family Show. If you guys watched it, guys, and there's no reason why you shouldn't watch the First Family Show. If you watch it, I dropped almost 50 dimes of my own money. That's not true. I did the numbers. It was 30-something. I walk it like I talk it. I got crushed in my first weekend. I don't lose money like that. Friday, Saturday, Sunday was just atrocious. I got killed. But I tell you what, and I'm not sales pitching you, you give me 1% of your trust this week, I'll earn the other friggin' 99. And by next week, when we do this show, you're going to be calling me and saying, hey, Joe, thank you. Thank you for coming through for us, because I'm going to do that. Now, as Dionne and Rocky said, I thought the pickings were kind of slim. I think some of the Monday baseball cards have been difficult. If any of you have ever been to a bar at 2, 3, or 4 a.m. and they yell last call and they put the house lights on and you look and see what's around, that's kind of how I feel about the Monday baseball card. The pickings are a little slim, okay? So I passed today as well. But I did not just want to say, hey, I don't have a game, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to address the fact that I pooped the bed this weekend, and I will not let you down next weekend. I promise you that. You follow me. You follow me, and you will name your next one after me. I promise you that. That's my promise to you. So having said all that, guys, let's bring back Dionne and Rocky. I did not have a best bet today because, like I said, I wasn't going to gamble with your money unless I really love something tonight. I was not going to throw it out there. The integrity, the transparency you get from Dionne, Rocky, myself, and the other great cappers at SportsMemo, unrivaled. Got a couple of announcements. Then we're going to get out the door. First of all, guys, be sure to tune in every weekday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, to this show. That's Full Count SportsMemo's MLB betting coverage show. We come to you live. We give out free winners, special guests each and every day. Also, go to SportsMemo after the show. Take advantage of those great customer appreciation discounts. Today is $9 Monday. Go over and follow your favorite capper or cappers. $9. $9. Not even a cheeseburger and a beer for $9. All right, guys. Also, tomorrow, talking about cheeseburgers and beer, let's go to Taco Tuesday. Because of Sports Memo, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore. $2. You got 3 great Sports Memo TV hosts. You got Joe D'Amico. I put myself first, by the way. Dionne D'Amico, and Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports. Guys, 3 great cappers. We are 3 hosts here at Sports Memo TV. And you get each one of us for $2, but get all 3 for $5. So I'm going to tell you now, that's going to be a big play for me. I know Dionne and I already talked about stuff that we were looking at the next few days. And I'm going to tell you, we are going to crush it. I know Jeff Michaels is going to bring it too. 3 cappers, $5. And honestly, go out after the show. Follow your favorite capper or cappers for $9. And like I did say, we appreciate all you guys tuning in. We appreciate everything you do because without you, we wouldn't be here. We appreciate you. So having said that, subscribe to our YouTube channel because you're going to get a little notification every time a great show comes up from Sports Memo. And we told you, we got Sports Memo today. We got the First Family Show, the Family Affairs Show, the College and Pro Football Forecasts, and the MLB Show. Guys, we are going to revolutionize the sports betting industry video-wise this fall. You will not ever go to another company again. I promise you that. All right, guys. It's Monday. We got to go. I got a charity event tonight. I did wake up lame Saturday after the Motley Crue concert. I'm limping on both legs. I don't know what Dionne did to me. It wasn't one of our great whoopee nights. I think she hits me in my sleep. I just want you to know, guys, we adore you. We love you. This is Joe D'Amico on behalf of Sports Memo, Dionne and Rocky, everyone out there. Good luck and have a winning day.